And we are live. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We are day 86 of 365 days of guitar practice. If you're brand new, welcome. I'm Jay Wills, midlife dude getting back into learning how to play guitar after 22 years. And for all of you OG subscribers, it's Whammy Bar Wednesday. So, what has Jay been doing the entire afternoon? Well, the only guitar that I have, with the exception of the Predator, which is semi-broken at the moment, that bridge issue, is my 7-string, Miss Jackson. And I was like, man, I'm not going to buy another guitar right now. I have my goal of 1,000 subs with whatever I'm going to get down the road. However, it's like I really want a guitar that has a whammy bar. Well, this old brain forgot. Some of you recognize this PRS, which I used to call it POS because I was pissed off that I didn't realize what this was and I bought it. Well, fast forward 3 months, and Jay is very familiar with these now, and I spent all afternoon setting this thing up. So, voila, we have a guitar that I can actually use a 6-string for Whammy Bar Wednesday. So pretty jazzed about that. However, you know how these things go on the old Floyd Rose and brand new strings. I put power slinkies on it because I have an affinity for thicker strings. I think they sound cool. However, this, with the exception of about an hour or so, I think it's settled. I think the strings are settled a little bit. So I just tuned it. We're going to fiddle around with some intro stuff. But yeah, we have a Whammy Bar official 6-string back in the family. I'm super stoked about that. So let's have a little bit of fun. That's pretty good. I really never played this guitar because I tore it apart as soon as I got it home. I just noodle around a bit, let you guys hear it. It's a nice guitar. Back to the channel. Sounds good, huh? Just gotta keep noodling around a bit. Oh, the whammy bar sounds awesome. So the goal for tonight, getting back on some actual practicing a little bit, or what I call practice. I know most people are just like, that's not practice, that's noodling. Don't give a fuck. That's how I learned. and I'm a little bit better than I was on day one, so it doesn't matter. So, goal for tonight is to go through I'm working my way through the rhythm guitar book of the Troy Statina, because that's what I do in the morning. Pretty much my morning practice is just going through some part of these books. I've gotten halfway through the other lead guitar book. There's a ton of overlap. I didn't realize that there was an absolute ton of overlap in these two books. So I'm able to skip around quite a bit, simply because half the book's the same. But that's not a bad thing. It's good if you're just buying one single book. However, I skipped forward quite a bit because a lot of the stuff's the same. So this has a sequence, and I thought it'd be just kind of cool to go through again, power chords. They're going to be all power chords. I'm still working out the fingering of all the other stuff, and I usually default to a lot of power chords. That's how a lot of the songs that I've been fiddling around and writing my lyrics anyway that I have. I think I'm going to try some AI for like drums or something to like kind of get. I'm not sure yet. There's a whole bunch of AI stuff out there that I just recently stumbled on, and I've got lyrics. I think they're pretty cool. I've got guitar licks, but I have no drums behind it. And I got bass guitar, and I'm going to be working on the looper pedal. I'm still working that out. I'm kind of frustrated with that, but oh well. But we're going to go through each power chord and just dive bomb a little bit. I might have to stop and tune this for sure because these are brand new strings. However, dive bombing shouldn't stretch them, so hopefully it'll work out. So with that, I just want to try. Oh, the other thing is, and then I want to go through coming back to. These are just scales, but I want this on video. I want to go through every section, like the A major Ionian, the natural minor Aeolian. Again, I'm pronouncing these wrong. A Dorian, A Pharesian. I basically just want a video record of what these sound like on some of my guitars. And then coming back to it just kind of helps me remember what they sound like. Because I pretty much go exclusively on sound. And if it sounds cool, I'm like 20% comfortable with some of the notes on here. Maybe like 15%, honestly. But it just comes as time. You know, we're not quite at 3 months yet. Oh, last thing. At day 100, I've been editing, been getting my YouTube thing sorted with regards to the live stream. Day 100. That'd be kind of a cool day to do a live stream on day 100. I don't know what day that falls on. But that's kind of the goal right now, is to put that on day 100. And then I have 265 days after that to fiddle around with. So I'm going to go through every power chord, dive bomb it, fiddle around with it a little bit, play individual notes, and just use the whammy bar because I'm so foreign to this thing. I kind of have it set a little stiff so it kind of stays there. I don't know, again, this is so brand new, but that's why we're here. So this run basically is just a low E string run. Goes 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12. fun little toy to play with. take much. I don't know how that happened, but it kind of sounded Here's kind of fun. As a note, it's different, but it's fun. Damn. Fun little bar, no doubt about it. All right, let's play with the A major Ionian, with a little bit of whammy in there, possibly, but first gotta repeats 467, 467, 5745. 467. Oh, 57. My bad. 45. A natural minor, Aeol. It's like a reverse Leo. Aeolian. There we go. 5-7-8. Gymnastics. Long stretch. Sometimes you get a cool sound and you can't repeat it. A natural minor, Aeolian. Alright, A Dorian. Alright, what's this outline? They're going to be similar with slight variations. See some repeats. 5-7-5-7-8. So A Phrygian. So it was a little bit trippy when he got two of them that flip on this next string. Oh, 5, 6, 8. Seven, 8. Just repeats. All right. 5, 6, 8, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8. I see a little repeat pattern there. I gotta flip that around. Damn it. 5, 7, 8. Sweat balls and I'm hungry. We're gonna pause there. We will resume this tomorrow, but we have a new guitar. Super stoked about that. And yeah, it sounds pretty good. I think it sounds pretty good. I mean, it's a student edition. I get it. But with new strings, got the little wobbly system on it. Check that out. For all of you who are still around, that's not a bad setup right there. Just saying. All right, day 86 in the bag. I will see all of you fine folks tomorrow for day 87. Peace. See you tomorrow.